Hi, hello everybody. Now in today's video we discuss about terminologies about flower, okay, or different types of flower, okay. So basically we discuss about flower morphology. So here we discuss few terms that are related to flower, okay. So first of all we discuss about complete flower. What is complete flower? So from the name, one thing you can imagine, okay, where a flower contains four floral holes, means calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. This four floral hole present in a flower, then this flower is called complete flower, okay. And the example is hibiscus rosa sinensis or China rose, okay. So this is the example and of complete flower. I hope you all know about hibiscus rosa sinensis. Next we talk about incomplete flower. When out of four floral hole, any one or more than one become absent, it is called incomplete flower, okay. So in case of incomplete flower, one thing you remember also, there may be calyx, corolla, androecium or gynoecium. Any one can be absent or more than one can be absent. Like in some cases calyx absent, in some cases androecium absent, in some cases gynoecium absent, okay. So here the example is cucurbita maxima. So the example cucurbita maxima, if you know, okay, so if you see this flower like cucurbita maxima, then each flower bear a single essential hole, okay. What is essential hole? Basically essential hole are androecium and gynoecium, so these are essential hole. So each and every flower contain a single essential hole, and that's the reason it is called incomplete flower, because here sometime androecium absent, sometime gynoecium absent, and that's the reason it is called incomplete flower, okay. Next we talk about essential hole and accessory hole. So what is essential hole and what is accessory hole? First of all, we know in a simple flower, when we discuss about flower morphology, then we talk about four floral hole: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, okay. So out of four floral hole, there two are accessory hole, calyx and corolla, and two are essential hole. These are androecium and gynoecium, okay. So why this is called essential and why this is called accessory hole? Because essential meaning we know that are means this floral hole have significance value. Why? Because essential floral hole like androecium and gynoecium help to fertilize, means it help to fertilize, and that's the reason it a flower or a generation can produce its next generation. That's the reason it is essential hole. Without this floral hole, next generation cannot be survived, okay. At the same time, accessory hole. What is accessory? Because accessory means here essential hole protected by them, but they are not completely help in fertilization. Without calyx or corolla, without essential hole, accessory hole, fertilization or next generation can be produced. So that's the reason it's called accessory hole, means it's help to fertilize or it help to protect the sex organ, or it protect the male or female organ, okay. So that's the reason. Next we talk about bisexual flower. So you always remember one thing, when any of the term in case of biology, then every time related to the meaning, okay. Like bisexual, bi means two or die, okay, and sexual means sex organ. Bisexual flower means when both essential whole, means androecium and gynoecium, are present in a flower, then it is called bisexual flower. Like when androecium and gynoecium both are present in a simple flower, then it is called bisexual flower, okay. And here we also take the example hibiscus rosa sinensis, because if you see a hibiscus rosa sinensis flower, then you can imagine one thing, that here androecium and gynoecium both are present in a flower, okay. I hope this is clear to you. At the same time, when you discuss about bisexual flower, this bisexual flower also called perfect flower, hermaphrodite flower or monoclynous flower, okay. So this three terms are equal importance as bisexual flower. Okay, now we discuss about unisexual flower. So at the same time you can remember one thing, when we discuss about bisexual, here bi means two or die. Here at the same time unisexual means, uni means a single sex organ present in a flower. When out of two essential whole, single or any of the essential whole become absent, then it is called unisexual flower. Means at a simple sentence, if we talk about this, unisexual means when a flower can bear only one sex organ, then it is called unisexual flower. Okay, like Cucurbita maxima, we discussed already about it. Cucurbita maxima, the flower of Cucurbita maxima always contain a single essential whole. Like sometimes it can bear androecium, sometimes it can bear gynoecium. Okay, it is also known as imperfect and declinous flower. Okay, or diclinous flower. So imperfect, why it is imperfect? Because two essential whole are not present in this flower. Okay, that's the reason it is imperfect. Okay, next we talk about pistillate flower and staminate flower. So what is pistillate flower and what is staminate flower? First of all, pistillate flower, if unisexual flower bear only one pistil, like when at the same one thing you can imagine, we know unisexual flower bear one essential whole. Okay, so when flower bear only one sex organ, then if the sex organ or if the essential whole is only gynoecium, then it is called pistillate flower. At the same time, if a unisexual flower bear only stamen or androecium, like male sex organ, then it is called staminate flower. Okay, so I hope this is clear, what is pistillate flower and what is staminate flower. Okay, and now at the same time we discuss about neutral flower. Neutral flower or neuter flower it is also called. Okay, when both essential whole like androecium and gynoecium both become absent, it is called neuter or sterile flower. Okay, both essential whole become absent, like when in a single flower both essential whole like androecium and gynoecium are not present. Okay, when any of the sex organ, means when any of the essential whole are not present in a single flower, then it is called neuter flower or it is called neuter flower or sterile flower. Sterile means it is unable to fertilize. Okay, so that's the reason it is called neuter flower or sterile flower. Now next we talk about nude flower. Nude. So one thing you can imagine, nude, from the name nude. What is nude? We frequently related with this term. Okay, nude means naked, one type of naked. When anything or any organism without clothes, then we called this is the nude picture. When any of the picture without cloth, we call this picture is nude picture. And the same thing happen in case of flower. When either androecium or gynoecium or both of them are present but calyx and corolla are absent in a flower, then it is called nude flower or naked flower. And at the same time you also remember the another terminology, that is achlamydous flower. Sometimes we just forget the term achlamydous, because we know nude and naked is very clearly related at this sentence or at this type of flower. Okay, because when anyone asks you what is the nude flower, then you can easily remember when calyx or corolla or essential whole are absent in a flower, then accessory whole absent in a flower, then it is called nude flower. But when anyone can ask you what is achlamydous flower, then sometimes you just cannot remember this nude or naked flower. So also remember this term with this nude and naked flower. This is also the same term, and nude, naked and achlamydous, these all are the same terminology. Okay, and these all indicate the same flower. Okay, all unisexual, here one thing noted below, all unisexual, neuter and nude flower are incomplete flower. when all unisexual, means we know unisexual where only one essential whole are present, these are one type of incomplete flower. At the same time, neuter flower when androecium and gynoecium, any one, both of them are absent. And at the same time, nude flower when accessory whole like calyx corolla, one or maybe both are absent, this is called nude flower. Okay, so this all three type of flower are called incomplete flower. Okay, so now next we talk about actinomorphic flower. What is actinomorphic flower? First of all, actinomorphic flower. At the same time, you also remember another term, zygomorphic flower. So actinomorphic flower basically when a flower cut it into two different half with any vertical plane. Okay, when flower can be divided into two equal and symmetrical half after cutting it through any vertical plane passing through the axis, it is called actinomorphic flower. So I hope you all know about vertical plane. Okay, because in previous video I already discussed about it, what is vertical plane and how many vertical plane are present in a simple flower. These all are imaginary plane, but how many they are, we already discussed about this. Okay, so if you want to know about this, then you can check from the description. Okay, now so here what happened in case of actinomorphic flower? When flower can be divided, sorry, here the typing mistake, here the term is decided, okay, but it converted into divided. Okay, when flower can be divided into two equal and symmetrical half after cutting it through any vertical plane passing through the axis, it is called actinomorphic flower. Like you can take any of the the example is hibiscus rosa sinensis. If we think any of the hibiscus rosa sinensis, if you cut any of the single plane, like this is a flower, and if you cut from this axis, from this axis, any of the vertical plane, you can cut it, then you it can be cutted into two equal half. Okay, so that's the reason it is called actinomorphic flower. Okay, actinomorphic or regular, both are same term. Regular means both the half can be similar. Okay, now next we talk about zygomorphic. And when you talk about actinomorphic, the another term, this regular is complete the same things. Okay, at the same time, when you talk about zygomorphic or irregular flower, what is zygomorphic? Basically, zygomorphic when flower can be divided into two equal half. Zygomorphic can be two types. Okay, symmetrical and asymmetrical zygomorphic. What is symmetrical zygomorphic? When flower can be divided into two equal and symmetrical halves. Okay, flower can be divided into two equal and symmetrical half after cutting it through only one vertical plane. Like if you think this is a flower, if this flower cut into any single vertical plane, only one vertical plane, from where if you cut the flower, then it can be divided into two equal half. But if you cut it through any of the vertical plane, it cannot be divided into two equal half. Okay, so this is symmetrically zygomorphic flower. I hope this is clear. And the example is pea, like Pisum sativum. If you think about the flower of Pisum sativum, then the flower cutting a single point where the flower can be divided into two equal half. Otherwise, if you cut it any of the vertical plane without one plane, then it cannot be cut it into two equal half. Okay, and at the same time, we discuss about asymmetric zygomorphic flower. What is asymmetric zygomorphic flower? When a zygomorphic flower means an irregular flower cannot be cut it into two equal half with any of the vertical plane. When you cut a flower with any of the vertical plane, when it cannot be cut it into two equal halves, then it is called asymmetrically zygomorphic flower. Okay, so asymmetrically, and the example is Canna indica. Okay, Cannaceae, the family name. Canna indica. This is also a red, sometimes it is yellow, sometimes it is white color flower. I hope you, if you search it from Google, then you can easily understand what is Canna indica. So this is the example of asymmetrically zygomorphic flower. Okay. Next we talk about isomerous flower. So from the name isomerous, okay, iso means same. Any of the like when you discuss any of the biology book, if you hear this term iso, everywhere iso means same. Okay, isomerous flower, iso means same and merous means হচ্ছে whole. Okay, in case of flower morphology, merous means হচ্ছে whole. When number of floral whole or floral member in different whole, in other words, the number of sepal, petal, stamen or carpel are same or multiple of them, it is called isomerous flower. Like when a flower can bear every of when a flower bear any of the 4 floral whole, calyx, corolla, endoecium and gynoecium. Sometimes calyx may be 3 and corolla may be 6, means multiple of 3. So this is called isomerous flower, and at the same time endoecium may be 6, gynoecium may be 6. So they arrange a particular sequence like 3 or multiple of 3. So this is called isomerous flower. So the definition is when the number of floral member in different whole, in other words, the number of sepal, petal, stamen and carpel are same or multiples, it is called isomerous flower. At the same time, when we discuss about heteromerous, hetero, from the name hetero means different. Okay, merous means floral whole. So when the number of floral member or different whole is irregular, when the number of floral members of different whole is irregular, then it is called heteromerous. Means when the floral whole are different from one another, means the number of floral whole different. Like sometimes calyx present in 3 or 5, but corolla present maybe 10, 12, 13, 15, not similar or the multiply of the calyx. Okay, and the same thing happened in case of endoecium and gynoecium. So this is happened. Now next we talk about trimerous flower. So here we discuss about trimerous, tetramerous and pentamerous flower. So it also similar with isomerous flower. When an isomerous flower means when the number of floral member in each whole are 3 or multiple of 3, then it is called trimerous flower. Means when a flower bear calyx 3, if any of the flower can bear 3 calyx, and the corolla if maybe 3 or multiple of 3. Okay, it can be 6, it can be 3, it can be 9, means multiple of 3. Then this flower can be called trimerous flower because they are tri means 3. Okay, tri means in case of biology or any of the science topic, here tri means always indicate 3. Okay, so that's the reason that is it is called trimerous flower. Okay, and it is commonly present in monocotyledon. So this is the very important thing, that most of the monocotyledon plant or most of the monocotyledon flower bear trimerous flower. Okay, now next we talk about tetramerous flower. When the number of floral member in each whole is 4 or its multiple, it is called tetramerous flower. When the number of floral member in each whole is 4 or multiple of 4, it is same thing happened like trimerous flower. So when we discuss about trimerous flower, then the floral member may be 3 or multiple of 3, but in case of tetramerous flower, the floral member are 4 or multiple of 4. Okay, that's the reason it is called tetramerous. Tetra means 4 in case of biology. Okay, so that's the reason it is called tetramerous flower. Next we talk about pentamerous flower. When the number of floral members in each whole is 5 or its multiple, it is called pentamerous flower. When the number of flower means floral member, when in a single flower bear 4 floral member or 5 or multiple of 5, then it is called pentamerous flower. And this is the common characteristics of dicotyledonous flower. In case of dicotyledonous flower, like monocotyledonous flower, most of the dicotyledon flower bear pentamerous flower, okay, and most of the monocotyledon bear trimerous flower. Now next we talk about monoecious plant. What is monoecious plant? Basically, when both pistillate and or staminate flower are born on the same plant, it is called monoecious plant. It is also a bisexual flower. When any of the bisexual plant is also called monoecious plant. Monoecious means a single plant can bear both type of sex organ. A single plant can bear both type of sex organ. Like pistillate means androecium or gynoecium, like male and female, both type of flower can present in a single plant. Then it is called monoecious plant, and it is also called bisexual plant. Okay. Now next we talk about dioecious plant. Dioecious, if female and male plant are different from one another, like when a female flower born in a plant at the same genus, at the same species, at the same time male flower can born in different plant, then this is called dioecious plant or monoecious plant. Okay, so this is dioecious and monoecious. These all are similar term. Dioecious means both male and female are born into different plant, and monoecious means when a single sex organ or a single any of the plant can bear a single sex organ, then it is called monoecious plant. Okay, sorry, monosexual plant. Okay, or dioecious plant. Now next we talk about trioecious plant. Means when trioecious means, from the terminology you can connect it, tri means 3. Okay, so when male, female and bisexual flower are born on 3 different plant, when male flower born in a separate plant, female flower born in a separate plant, and at the same time bisexual means male and female both flower bear or born in a same plant, in a single plant, then it is called trioecious plant. Means a plant can bear male flower, a plant can be female flower, and also another plant can be bear bisexual flower. So when a genus can carry this type of feature, then this type of plant is called trioecious plant. Okay, next, polygamous plant. This is very interesting because polygamous, from the name you can imagine one thing. Poly means multiple, okay, and gamous means gamete. When multiple of gamete present, okay, in a plant, when unisexual, bisexual and neutral means neuter flower, okay, means where androecium and gynoecium are not present. Okay, so this 3 type of flower are born on the same plant, it is called polygamous plant. Means poly means multiple and gamous means gamete. When multiple of gamete present in a single plant, then it is called polygamous plant. Okay, so the example is polygamous plant is mango, Mangifera indica. So this is the example of polygamous plant. So in a mango plant there unisexual, bisexual and also neuter flower can be born. Okay, so this is the whole video. I hope this is helpful to you, and if this video is useful to you, then obviously like and subscribe the channel. And another thing what I want to say you, that is if you have any question regarding this or any of the subject like related to botany, then you can ask me in the comment section. Otherwise you can ask me in the through the Gmail. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. Goodbye. Tata.